Thank you, Mr. Bourgeois. We're now going to talk about neighborhood infrastructure. Neighborhoods and the upkeep of the places that we live are vitally important, not just for our friends, families, and neighbors who choose to live there, but for future generations of residents to have a reliable, safe place to live, work, and play. Tonight, we want to focus on the improvement and the importance of upgrades to the aging infrastructure, significant costs associated with those improvements, and the continued work of our local officials. So we'll start by talking about the town of Berwick. The town of Berwick secured $8.2 million in grant funds for the installation of improved water meters, development and implementation of street programs, rehabilitation of sewer infrastructure, and upgrades to natural gas lines. All of these projects are critical to ensuring a vibrant community. These projects come with large price tags, but they're essential to position our communities for future economic growth. These decisions are not made lightly. Our local officials have to constantly decide where to put taxpayer dollars that will result in the greatest outcome and greatest future potential. We want to thank our local leaders throughout St. Mary Parish for continuously and consistently choosing to invest in upgrading our neighborhoods. Last year, St. Mary was reminded of the vulnerability of our coastal area with Hurricane Francine. It also demonstrated how we, as a unified parish, need to ensure that coastal dollars are spent on the coast. Our next speaker will highlight a project that has been 7 years in the making. A new project that reflects collaboration in the highest form, comprising stakeholders from across various government agencies, individuals, and more, who came together to ensure that when it comes to storms and floods, there is no community more resilient than St. Mary Parish. Here to update us on this project is Michael Brocato of the St. Mary Levee District.
Thank you, Evan, and hello, everyone. So the first thing we come to is this resilience. We all attended a number of meetings where a lot of us sat around and said, okay, originally it was called the Resilience Lab. And whenever you put in the word lab, people think of lab coats and scientists and this, that, and other. And it took a number of meetings for us to realize that no one was going to tell us what we needed as a resilience lab. We had to tell them what we wanted, what we needed here in our area. So resilience is the ability to be able to overcome, to respond to, and to adapt to the hazards. We live in coastal Louisiana. The hazards are numerous. So we have a lot of things that we have to look at and we have to adapt to. Rising sea level, stronger storms, all these things. So this resilience, let me not get ahead of myself, but go ahead to the next one. So what we did was we pulled together a bunch of the local leaders and we had many, many meetings trying to decide what was needed in St. Mary Parish for the members of St. Mary Parish. So we came up with this resilience hub, okay? And it's going to be a location that people can come to get information. And the biggest thing where I can tie it into my professional career is for probably, I'm sure y'all have heard of the Bayou St project. For probably 2 years, I worked on some type of backup electrical system for some of our cameras and gauges and stuff on the Bayou St project. And I could not find the information or anyone to help me to get the information I needed to be able to produce this product. And it took 2 years. And finally, I ran across one person. And look, this is a day of the internet where you can find anything. I couldn't find what I needed. It took 2 years, and I finally got one person that was able to tell me, hey, talk to this guy. He's going to set you up. And we got there. So it goes into this resilience hub that this is a place where the people of the community can go to and get the information they need, whether it be for building hardened structures, their homes, to stormproof their homes, to stormproof their businesses. You know, how to be a resilient business, how to be able to make it through those storm periods where, hey, you may be down of power for a week. How does your business survive that week without that income? So this hub is going to be a place for us, for the people of this community, and for people outside of the community as well. So we got together a group of people. This was not decided in a bubble where it was 2 or 3 of us saying, hey, this is what we need. We brought together St. Mary Parish government, St. Mary Levee District, City of Morgan City, Town of Berwick, City of Patterson, the Governor's Office, CPRA, Coastal Protection and Restoration Authority, the Port of Morgan City, LUMCON, SeaTac, the Army Corps of Engineers. We'll get into that in a second. Cajun Coast Visitor Centers, representatives from business and industries, and then university partners, LSU, Nichols, Tulane, the Water Institute, South Louisiana Community College, and all of these people had a seat at the table. And we developed the ideas for research and for projects. And you can see, we spent hours, literally hours, coming up with ideas. What do we need here? And I can, again, speak from a personal level as a homeowner. When I built my house 17 years ago, there were certain things I wanted to have the ability to do in my house, make it more efficient, make it storm hardened. Even 17 years ago, it was hard to find those things. I would end up with the wrong products, or I didn't have a local contractor that can do things. These are the types of things that we want to bring to the community. So that, hey, I need a new roof. So what do I do? What's the best products to use? What can get me rebates on my insurance? That's what we're building this towards. You can go to the next one. And again, the work continues. We are meeting probably bi-weekly to discuss these things for this resilience lab. You'll see the next steps. You can go to the next one. Hopefully by the end of the summer, late August, we'll have an actual plan. Currently, that plan is a physical building on the river that has even test beds for different types of materials. Today, I was able to go to La House in Baton Rouge, and La House is a house built on LSU's campus. And in this house, they used all kinds of different building materials, whether it was 2x4 studs, 2x6 studs. They built slab on grade, they built elevated slab on grade. And they've been testing this stuff, I believe, since 2005, if I'm not mistaken. The different insulations, the different roofing materials, what's efficient windows, efficient lighting, things like that. So they've been testing. This stuff is out there. There's information out there, and sometimes it's hard for locals to find this information. And that's why the idea for this Resilience Hub is for us, so that if you come up with something you want to do, you can go to this hub, and this hub will help you to get the information that you need to be able to move forward with a project, whether it's a business or your home or just anything you need. That's what this hub is going to be for. So hopefully by late August, we'll have a definite plan. Again, the local discussions continue. All of those same people are in the room. You can go to the next one with the map. One of the things that has been very evident to me, and I think evident to a lot of people in this room, is I want you to look at this map. And everything you see in pink is the Mississippi River estuary. Everything that you see in pink flows into the Mississippi River. And how much of the Mississippi flows into the Atchafalaya? Currently, it's 30%. And all of the Red River. You can't really see it on this because it's far away. But if you don't think the Atchafalaya River and St. Mary Parish is important to this country, you need to think again. And the problem here is we have kind of been left out for a lot of things. They have a resilience lab in Baton Rouge that's supposed to be for the coast. We're on the coast. We are the Atchafalaya River, and these kind of things need to start coming here instead of going down the road to other areas or other parishes. The schools, all the universities, guess where they're coming to do their studies? St. Mary Parish. When I'm out and about in the field, I see LSU here, I see Nichols, I see UL. But they're coming here, they're doing their studies, and then they're going back to Baton Rouge, Thibodeau, Lafayette. and even farther. Recently, I met people from up north that were scientists coming here to study our area. So this area is extremely important. This resilience lab is going to be something for our community, our people, to help us move forward, to be resilient, to be able to deal with the changing tides, we could call it. This is something huge that's coming our way. Currently, the Army Corps of Engineers is doing what's called the Lower Mississippi River Comprehensive Management Study. And what they're looking at is those flows on the Mississippi and the Atchafalaya. That's one of the main things they're looking at. I've been in numerous meetings over probably the past year and a half to 2 years discussing what's going to happen. And if we are not loud enough about the effects of changing that 70-30 to a 60-40, or even an 80-20, meaning 80% down the Mississippi and 20 here. All of those things have adverse effects for our area, and we have to pay close attention to it, or we're going to be affected and we didn't have a say-so. So keep your eyes on that as well. And last but not least, we are continuing to work. Again, we are the coast. We are the Atchafalaya Basin. We are the Atchafalaya River. We have to be aware of that. Dr. Roberts is going to talk about the Anir. I don't think people realize how big of a deal that is. And that's here. That's here. It's not anywhere else. And we got to make sure we hold close to that so that the facilities end up here. The people who come in and study come here, stay here, and work with us and for us, for that matter. That's all I have.